Hello, and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Tetzaveh from Shlishi To Revii. In this week's Parsha we have the big day kahuna, the clothing that the Kohanim wore, and Aaron had to wear, the high priest, so he wore an ephod and a me'il. He had a robe and the ephod, and he wore that, and that was made completely. The robe was made out of turquoise wool. So turquoise wool, so it says that the me'il was machaper on the sin of Loshon Harah, that it gave forgiveness for the avera of slander and bad talk. And the way this would happen is because a person would look at the turquoise, the blue of the item, and he would think of the sea, and he'd realize that just like the sea is given certain borders, that it does not go out, it doesn't leave its parameters and overtake the whole world. It shows restraint. It's a lesson for us also that we have to follow Hashem's will, and we have to stay in the restraint and stay away from Loshon Harah. In a similar vein, we have by tzitzis, that we have to cheles, that the blue wool. Also, part of the thought process is to remind us about that same sea that is keeping into the restraints that God commanded it, and therefore you stay away from sins in general. So with these two together, you have staying away from sins in general and sins of Loshon Harah in particularly. We know how bad Loshon Harah is, because with Loshon Harah you have three people are killed. You have the teller, you have the listener, and the person that's told about. That's why later on it says about Aaron, when he goes with the palmon and the rimon, with the bells and the pomegranates on the outfit, the lo yamus, if he does all this, he won't die, because he won't be killing these three people by talking Loshon Harah. So those are some of the inyanim that we have regarding to Loshon Harah. And also there's a commentary how much Loshon Harah Hashem tries to protect us, because we have two ways to protect ourselves from that lashon, from that tongue. The tongue is protected in two encasements. The first one is of stone, and the second one is of flesh. The stone version, that's the shinayim, the teeth, that the tongues are contained inside the cage of the teeth, and then beyond that is also made out of skin, from the lips of a person. So those two things, a double restraint to prevent people from saying Loshon Harah. May we go about each day without saying Loshon Harah, and instead replace it with Loshon Tov and Loshon Torah. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful Shabbos.